Oh, there we go. I've got
They
you.
go live.
Oh, did I go live? Oh, I've gone live. Where?
You pushed us live. Yeah.
Oh, did
Loving
I?
the
Ah,
background,
no time like the
Kyle.
present.
Loving the background.
Yes, yeah, slight upgrade. Just ahead of decorating again. So I thought just make it a little bit more homely now to match the attire. Just ignore the dodgy paintwork there. But yeah, we're getting there.
I've blurred my background because I've been pulling a few bits off the wall today, so there's a little bit of raw plaster on there. Hopefully everyone can
That's
hear
exactly what
me
happened
all right.
before.
I've got a little bit of a cold, so if I sound a bit like a duck, that is what's going on.
That'd be why.
That is what's happening. So yeah, apologies. But we've gone live. People are joining us. How's your day been? It's been a day of two halves, sunny and rainy.
Yes. Yeah, it's been fortunately I got out for a walk this morning when it was sunny, and then I was in the office, funny enough, this afternoon when it was raining. So it's don't have to worry about my hair getting wet. At least that's the main thing.
I think your I don't know if it's yours or mine. One of the internet's a little bit off, but we're going to go with it. So I mean, on this, we've got Steve's checking in on YouTube. Hello, Steve. Thanks for joining us.
Hi, Steve.
Good to know you can hear us live and clear. This is just a bit of fun. This is get to know you. There are no rules on this. We're not selling to anyone. We just want to get to know Kyle. And I've asked some of my social channels for some questions, actually, which is brave. But it's not my problem, it's yours, because these are the questions that some people have asked. So I'm going to get stuck straight into a few of them. Let me pull them up because there's some crackers here.
So let me just get the water ready so I can timely pause and think about my responses.
Yeah, you might need it. No, they're not too bad, actually. I mean, the first one is going to split the audience quite drastically. But when you're having your scones with jam and clotted cream, are you going jam and cream or are you going cream and jam? Which way round are you going?
There's only one way to do it, surely. It's got to be cream on the base and jam.
See, I do
cream on the base, jam on top. Absolutely.
I do that because I find otherwise you can't get the cream on the jam because it's too slidey.
It just sticks to it and flips. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or go one further, and as you put the cream on, start to put the jam on, but then sort of blend and mix it in. That's also a winner.
I'm a big fan of scones, cottage cream, and jam. Actually, big fan. Not good for the calorie intake, but very nice indeed. So, Carl, how's the launch been? Let's touch base on that first of all. How's the launch been? Obviously, kicked off the other Friday.
Oh yeah, it's been absolute whirlwind, hasn't it? It's been insane. Like out there, the responses, it's just phenomenal. It's been absolutely golden. We're still not done yet. There's still more content coming, out. So got at least another week of continuous content coming your way, but that's just been amazing to finally be able to put my face on stuff and kind of really start to put a bit more personality behind it, kind of come from behind the social media kind of covers and go, it's me, and get out there. Exactly. So yeah, really good.
Yeah, I mean, some of your videos have been phenomenal as well. You know, credit where it's due. You've launched, you've really mastered the art of the video and the engaging content. What was the theory, or how long did it take you to create the one with kids today? Because if anyone's not seen that, you need to check that video out. It's an absolute cracker.
That was the actual filming part, to be fair, was probably about 20 minutes filming for the rooms. I probably spent longer doing the takes for the recording after. But that's probably because of the time that I decided to try and do that. And then I guess like the editing part wasn't too bad. Every video I do, it gets a little bit quicker. So I get a little bit more ambitious and then go down a rabbit hole again. So I think probably all in all, 3-4 hours? Not too bad.
Great video. People got to check that out. Make sure you upload that to YouTube actually, so that people can see it on the YouTube channel too. But really good video.
On there today or tomorrow. If it's not on there this evening, it'll be on there tomorrow.
So another question for you from the social channels. Why is your name spelt weird? I
don't know. To be fair, I've asked my parents that question many a time just to see if I get a different response. And they just said, we fancied something different and it makes you unique. Well, I kind of said it also means I can't hide because that name pops up, you know who it is. I think I want my twinned with a town in Germany and a mountain in Australia. and that's about it so far. So if you can find any others, then yeah, comments below. I'll do a post on it.
Do you get some weird ways of pronouncing it from people? Do people kind of look at it sometimes and go, Kiel?
Kiel? Do you know what? Some people just are very unapologetic about it. Some people just don't ask, go Kiel, and just assume it's like, no, it's Kyle. And actually, what surprises me more is when someone says it correctly, and I've never met him before. I go, pardon? I go, Kyle. Yeah. Just normally it's Kiel. But I guess having worked in sales my entire life, I'm so used to being called many worse things. I'll take Kiel sometimes.
Yeah. We've had all sorts in the agency game. So talking agency, you had a solid decade in the industry. I know from talking to you over the last couple of months, you loved your time in the industry. You worked yourself to the bone for your clients. You were often the sort of first one in, last one out of the office. But then the time to come out of the industry, like happened to a lot of good agents, just sort of landed on your doorstep, and you thought, now I need to get out. Obviously, you've been drawn back in through the avocado brokerage, but why did you initially leave the industry and get out of it?
It was for me. I mean, when I first came into the industry, I was asked then in the company I was working, like, what do you look to achieve or get out of it? And for me, I openly said, and I've actually said this in one of my intro videos, I just wanted to change people's perceptions of estate agency. Customer service had always been on my radar. I'd had sort of previous experience throughout school into retail, and I knew customer service was a strong point. And I looked at estate agency, and I just didn't really understand why estate agents were tarnished the way they were. And I guess over the coming months after starting, I then began to understand why I carried on doing things my way. And I know that there are a lot of, I've had even a few people from many years ago that I worked with as clients and customers that have kind of popped back on and seen I'm back in the industry now that have actually commented on there. So for me, that was mega. But I left the industry because I guess I felt like I hit a brick wall with it in a way. You're just constantly giving, and the financial return ultimately for what you're doing was minimal. I mean, I could be an award winner on a plane going to a different country for a few days to celebrate, but actually my bank balance didn't represent or reflect the amount of hours and kind of personal time I'd given up. And I was giving up weekends. I think like a record was working something like 56 days solid, just continuously, even days off, you're going in doing stuff. And I kind of got to a point where I was doing all of that. And then I thought, well, what does my actual life look like? Because in 20, 30, 40 years, no one will remember Kiel Holder, but actually my friends, my family, what does that legacy look like? Because at that point, there really wasn't one. And I really had to question the work-life balance. But avocados just changed all that. It's just drawn me straight back in. If this model had existed all those years ago, I probably never would have left the industry.
I always think of people that I work with, and I could put a list of 10 together straight away without really too much thought. And people that left the industry to go somewhere else where they were great agents, they were great for their clients. They were really good at what they did. And the model was just a broken model that didn't work for them. And I actually speak to people now and I think, I wish that they would make the move, because they're people that I can see that are in their late 30s and they're either going to be locked in and be unhappy with it when they turn 45, 50, 60, thinking, why didn't I get out? Or they're going to leave the industry altogether. And I just wish some of these people would make that move, because I think it will save their career. And for most agents, most of the avocado group, I find the partners, and I mean their partners. So, for example, is your girlfriend, wife, or fiance?
I'm trying to think which order. So the first one, going to be the second one at some point, but that requires me to do the third one and propose. So, yeah, girlfriend currently.
When you said the first one, I was thinking you had multiple for a second. Okay, so with your girlfriend, for example, I think a lot of people will find that you create a much happier environment, and obviously you've got a little one at home. I saw one of your posts that you did, which was "This is for you, son." Talk me through that. Talk me through the mentality of what you want to build, create, and why you're doing it. What's your why behind it, and how does it interlink with your son?
Yeah, so I guess it's one of those, like, when you're a non-parent and you're speaking to parents and you're looking at parents, you kind of think you have an idea, but nothing prepares you in any shape or form until they actually arrive, and everything changes. And I think just his arrival, I was very fortunate to be able to spend some time at home with him, certainly in the first couple of months. But I just look at, I guess, like the modern world, whether you're, I don't know, working from home, hybrid, whatever, the Monday to Friday 9 to 5 grind just doesn't fit in with being a parent. It doesn't allow you to be the best of you in both worlds at once. Avocado allows me to be the best of me in both worlds at once. I mean, some people might approve, some might disapprove, but I enjoy spending time with my son. Why wouldn't I want to be able to take advantage of that opportunity and not mold myself around my work life, mold my work life around my actual life? Because that's what's important. In 20, 30 years' time, he's going to remember, was Daddy here for my first steps? Was Daddy here for my first day at school? Was Daddy ever here to contribute towards dropping me off at nursery or picking me up? I mean, those bits he might not remember because that's quite young, but you get the idea. And that's just kind of it for me. It's spending that time, and the reward to me is phenomenal. Just to actually be able to see him grow, to not have missed his first, second, third, fourth. I think we're up to like 7th word now at 15 months, which is insane. To see his teeth coming through. I'm not just coming home from work, having sat in traffic for 2 hours, and then just kind of try and pick my head around the door whilst he's already asleep. And mum's had to do dinner, bath, bed on repeat, the washing. I can actually be here and contribute. It's just mega. You can't put it into words what that means.
It's awesome. I speak to so many dads in particular. They're a little bit older than me, or got kids that are older than mine, and the amount of conversations I have with them where they say, you know, they really regret not being involved in their kids' life more than they were. And I think it's Jordan Peterson or someone says that with kids, really, when they turn kind of 12, 13, the independence sits there. So if you think of it, you've got 12 really good summers, 12 really good Christmases with your child before the kind of the young fun bit, you know, that little bit of even younger, you know, sometimes, you know, but that's how many you've got, you know, you've got that amount of time with them at that age, and then their independence and their want and desire to go and get away from their parents probably kicks in. So maximizing that time with your kids is so important. And if you're happier in yourself because of that, then the client is going to get a better quality of service from a business owner as well, which is why it sort of makes sense all round. No, I mean, it's powerful. It's powerful. You may not know, but I announced it earlier today, but you were our 30th agent to join the brand. What a milestone. Number 30.
That's massive.
So yeah, it's huge, and it just shows how far the network's going. But what have you most enjoyed about this week? You know, being out and about and creating videos and doing appointments. What's been the most enjoyable part for you?
There's so many, to be honest. I mean, the network of partners. I mean, yes, we're all self-employed business owners, effectively, but just the contact, the communication. You can phone up other partners. Other partners will phone you. We have the WhatsApp group. We have HQ that we can drop in and out of. So just be able to keep that connection there, it already feels like my second family. But just to have the flexibility and the autonomy that I've obviously got the home set up going here, so I can just, to a certain extent, pick and choose which parts I'm doing and when, and obviously mold that around when I'm seeing clients. So being able to sort of speak with potential customers who are on the market now and just be able to offer, I guess not being restricted by red tape is huge for me. Just being able to tell the truth and be honest. I'm probably doing the work of some agents for them, but I'm having conversations with their clients that they're just chickening out of having. But I know that I'm giving what I perceive to be the correct advice at the correct time. And actually, do you know what? They'll probably come back and put their house on the market with me if it continues to not work out with their agent, which I'm seeing a lot of at the moment. There's a lot of properties there where they're just, I mean, the market's stable, right? I mean, we know we're selling a lot of houses because we can recognise and accept what the market's doing. But I think there's still a lot out there who aren't, and who are still hiding behind last year's prices and curtain. And I know we'll go on to that on tomorrow's call where I'm back again, if you'll have me. But it's but that's been really powerful to be able to have that conversation and not feel dirty afterwards, if that makes sense. Because
just doing the right thing.
Obviously, you'll know. Yeah. We were quite often drilled and trained into not necessarily doing what was right for the client, but doing what was right for that company. And whether we agreed with it or not, sometimes that's what we had to do.
And the market's there, where things are moving. We've obviously had, some big announcements in the House of Commons today, and some big statements. Things like they've said, we won't go into recession this year. Inflation is going to decline, and we have seen mortgage rates reducing. We've seen some, some policies in play that will impact the economy in a positive way as well. And even Mike was talking to me earlier, and he said that the stats are the first 2 weeks of February versus the first 2 weeks of March have seen sales agreed increase by 75%. And the average amount of viewings being booked daily in the first week of March in comparison to February was up 68%. So these are not little increment increases. There's been a massive shift in the market in March. And it's almost double where it was in February, which is a huge uplift. So I feel we're in for doing the right thing by clients and having the right market if we do the right thing. So what you're doing there with the people you're talking to is awesome. I've got 3 quick fire questions for you. I might know the answer to the first one. Someone threw these in the comments just because of what's over your left shoulder. What team do you support?
There's a clue. Reading.
There's the clue.
Let's never talk about this again.
Yeah, local though. You've gone with your local team.
Yes.
You don't support Liverpool, Manchester, or dare I say, Man City down in the south. So, congrats on that at least. Favorite movie?
Thank you.
Best movie of all time?
Oh God, that's a tough one. There's a list. They're all
Top 3
around the living room.
in no order.
Alien, Predator. Quite like the 80s stuff. What's the third one?
Sci-fi.
Yeah, The Thing. If no one's seen it, Kurt Russell. I think it was 86. If you like Alien, if you like Predator, you would have heard of The Thing. A little bit out there, just literally switch off from the world, and just watch some aliens mess some stuff up. Really.
Yeah. So you're into your aliens, sci-fi stuff. Favorite meal? If you could only eat one meal for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Pizza, hands down. Pizza. I was definitely Italian in a previous life. Number 2 is pasta. So I'm good. Yeah, Italy. Well, that would be the dream. Just live there. Amazing food.
Have you ever had spaghetti bolognese on a pizza?
No, you can't go mixing. No, that's not right. No, bolognese. Yeah, spaghetti on the pizza with my kid.
In a younger life, I had a hangover dinner that consisted of pepperoni with spaghetti bolognese on it, microwave style. It was decent.
I'm curious.
I'm
curious.
Yeah, you're going to try it for sure. Carl, I think it's awesome. It's been long awaited to get your business launched. It's been great watching your videos. If people are watching this live or watching it later on, follow your page. There's some awesome content on there. Obviously, if you're in the areas of Woodley Airfield, Sonning, Twyford, that kind of RG4, RG10 sort of postcodes.
RG10 and RG54.
RG54. If you're in those areas, definitely follow it. But if you're just someone that's interested in property and you just want to see some cool videos, some cool graphics, your personality has got that little bit of magic on it, which I love to see come out in the content as well, because you're not scared to push it to the line. So definitely follow Carl's page. And I'm going to just love watching your journey and being part of your journey of your new business, bud.
Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, you and me both. It's said earlier, just the love that's coming through just from everyone around me, everyone here at home, friends, family, you guys, everyone at the brokerage, and just the general public. It's just been brilliant. Really enjoying it, and looking forward to carrying on with the lives as well. So any questions, any property related questions, like even if you just randomly are just DMing me a question, I'll probably just take that and answer that on a live whilst taking the other feature on my page, Fluffy, out on her daily walk.
Yeah, nice. We got some comments. We got some people wishing you good luck. So, yeah, loved that. It's great to hear kind of these random questions answered that we've been asked. And yeah, like I say, follow Carl's page because there's a lot of cool content going on there. It's well worth a watch. And what we done Wednesday, so we're back 6 o'clock live tomorrow. Are you on that one?
Yes, I'm in for that one.
Awesome. Well, I'll see you tomorrow then.
Yeah, look forward to it.
See you later.